What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to take you on a journey to redo my pedal. Now, I'm not going to change anything to my current signal chain because I'm really happy with that. It's just really dusty. Some pedals have been not working properly here and there, and I think it's mainly got to do with the way I have everything wired, because it's quite a mess. So we're going to make that a little bit better. Let me just show you what my signal chain is. So my signal chain starts here. I plug my guitar into my Jerry Cantrell wah, which is actually not in its dedicated loop in the Boss ES8, it's before the input. Loop number 1 is my SP compression. Then I have a few overdrives, which is The Dude and the Archer by J-Rockett. Then there is the EP booster in loop 4. After all my drives and my boosts, I go into my POG. Then after the POG in loop 6 is my Mobius. And then in loop 7 I have my delay. In loop 8 I have my Strymon Bluesky. And there's actually a dedicated volume pedal loop on the Boss ES8 over here. And in my volume pedal loop I have my tuner so that it can be turned on always, all the time, without muting my signal, and I just turn the pedal down. That works best for me live. Now, the great thing about the Boss ES8 is that I can change my signal chain internally, meaning that if I want to have a different overdrive in front of my Archer instead of behind or any way other around, I can change that internally, even depending on the patch in the song in the bank of the ES8. Meaning that if I want to have the Dude coming behind the Archer instead of in front of it, I can just change it internally. I do need Velcro. Some of these. Alright, let's get some of that. I was gonna get a plant, because I love plants. Now, before I continue the video, there's one little side note that I have to make. I had just finished creating the entire pedal board, and then I came across this little guy, and this little guy is the DSM Humboldt Simplifier pedal, which is actually like a cab sim and a preamp in one. With this I can send 2 XLRs out to my interface or the front of house, whichever you like. I can also at the same time send a left and right to both of my amps on stage if I would want it to. I could also say that one of these outputs is completely dry, so that's actually very convenient for when you do a studio job. And here it is right now. As you can see, visually not a lot has changed, only the Electromonics POG has been swapped around with my Mobius, although a lot has changed for the way that I route my output. Normally I would just use the output of the Boss ES8 here and go straight to the amp actually. Now we have the DSM Humboldt Simplifier. 2 XLRs are going straight into my interface. And I have it set up in such a way, it's actually a 4-cable method. You can find more about that method in videos like the one from Pete Thorne, or on the Boss ES8 website if you want specifics on the Boss ES8 and how to route it. Basically it means that everything from 1 till 6, which is all my drives except for my time-based effects, are in front of the preamp. In the volume pedal loop, which is in between, is now the simplifier, and the simplifier has an effects return loop, which goes back into here. So my Strymon Timeline and Bluesky are both in the simplifier effects loop, which allows me to have these two go into my interface with all the sounds, effects, everything going on. I can also send the same to, there's two jack inputs here in the back. I can send that to the amps, but I can also send a completely dry signal to my amp while still sending the signal with the effects to the table, the front of house, whatever. So basically that's it. So that made me rewire my entire pedal board again. But let's listen to some samples. So there you have it, that was it. Once again, everything was recorded with the DSM Humboldt Simplifier preamp and capstan pedal straight into my interface. So no mics, no cabinets used in this one. I'll use some of that stuff in my future videos. Tell me what you think about this video in the comments below, and thanks for watching.